I want to mention that I have a lot of ideas. I've expressed those ideas to individuals that have endorsed me, such as Steve Moore, the San Joaquin County Sheriff, our Firefighters Association, our Teachers Association, and also Dale Hanson, our School District Superintendent. They supported me and my ideas. I hope that come Election Day you will too. Thank you.
Good evening. First, let me take this time to thank you very much for allowing me to litter your lawns with my signs and your roadways with my billboards and your mailboxes with my smiling face. I really do appreciate it. I really do. We have an opportunity here in Mountain House to do some amazing things. We truly live in a fantastic community with an infinite number of possibilities in terms of direction. However, what's most important is ensuring that we have the right people on the bus and in the right seats before we decide which direction we'd like to head. Because if you have the wrong people on the bus and in the wrong seats, direction is irrelevant because you're never going to get there. Or if you do, it's going to take you a really long time. On the bus, we know that's not fun. So it's important that on Election Day, you guys make sure you put the right people on the bus and put them in the right seats. I truly believe in the vision of the master plan and the safe and friendly neighborhoods. However, when we first moved here, it seemed more like we were a cluster of homes rather than a group of neighbors and friends. I knew that generally to fully assimilate into a new community would take a few years. However, I'm not exactly a patient individual, so I made it a point, Matt can attest to this, that I stalked a few of my neighbors and friends just to make sure I introduced myself and truly got to know who they were. And over the last few years, the community has truly come alive. People are outside their homes more, they're at the parks, they're coming to the events sponsored by the CSD. This board is firsthand the power of our community. I know firsthand the power of our community because last year I started Mountain House Little League. With the help from a few friends and the power of the community, we had our first successful season. In fact, we're about to embark on our second successful season, which we're all looking forward to. And the amount of volunteers this year has doubled what it was last year. So it's, again, an amazing experience. Similar in kind, but certainly greater weight, our newly elected CSD board will have a huge responsibility to succeed that will certainly set the tone for what is to follow. The elected board members should not be about political power or change for the sake of change, but rather about sustainability and perpetual provision of public services. In closing, if elected, to serve the community, I'll look to focus on three key areas in the beginning. First is good fiscal health, but keeping the budget balanced as it is now, while having a watchful eye on the expenses that come out of our pocketbook. Second is to ensure that our neighborhoods remain as safe as possible by making sure that police and fire protection is commensurate with the crime and incident rate. And lastly, I'll work to ensure that our sense of community, which I feel is very important, continue to grow, and that the vision of the master plan continues in perpetuity by providing a thorough checks and balances system to developers. Again, my name is Eric Payne, and I again want to thank you for your time and your support, and most importantly, for your consideration. Thank you.
All right, well, first I want to just share a little bit about who I am. My name's Aaron, like Whiteman again. I know it's not an easy last name to say. But I'm a dad. I think it's incredible. I have two sons. AJ is my older son, who's 19 months, and then Miko's my youngest son, who's 8 months, and they're a blast. So obviously, community means a lot to me now as a young dad. And we just recently moved here I've been here 8 months, so I haven't been here near as long as some. But my wife, Brandy, and I, we had an option of where we were going to be able to live, because my job, I travel a lot. And when we found Mountain House, we just fell in love. We really enjoyed it. We had an instant connection to it. We felt this is the place. And this is why I'm here, to improve the community for my children. I hear a lot about, we paid $1 million for the Sheriff's Department. I hear a lot about improving security and spending money in programs such as neighborhood watches. And why? I mean, I push back and say, it's not having more police. It's not having more people sitting here making sure he does what he's supposed to. I mean, it's parents. It's us. It's our job. It's not the school teacher. It's not the pastor at the church. It's our job. We've passed the buck so many times that now we're looking to agencies. We're trying to bring all these programs in. Now, I'm not against these programs. I love Little League. I love soccer. I think it's great what Eric's done with that. But I'm for any program that strengthens the family. What I would do is strengthen the family. And also, spending the money. The question came up with the water bill. If we have excess money there from the late fees, let's give that back to us who do pay our bills on time. We're all filling in our pocketbooks. Why create more money, more programs to spend the money? Let's put it back in our wallets who are being great about paying bills on time. Let's quit dumping money out into other programs, and let's put it back in our pockets. If I'm elected, I'm first and foremost going to fight to keep money in your pockets, not build more government. The idea is to bring money back to ourselves and to invest in our families. I can promise you that one thing that motivated me to run for this board is when I first moved to Mountain House, $160 is our minimum payment for water and garbage. Well, I lived in Antioch. Our minimum payment was $7. When I called them, they said this is one of the 5 highest in the nation that's charged for minimum. Is charged for minimum water and garbage. And so I'm here I can't promise you that I'm going to bring that down, but after 5 years it hasn't dropped and it's paying for infrastructure, I'm here to hold people accountable. I'm going to bring that money back and fight for the people in Mountain House for a better community. It's funny because I was running, okay, I don't have time, last thought, is I had a friend ask me, oh, so how much money are you going to pay for the Mountain House Board? I said, I don't know, we've got paid for the Mountain House Board. I don't want the money. I want to improve the community. Any money I make will go right back to the people. I don't know what it is, but it's yours. It'll go back to the people. My name is Aaron Leahy-Quinn, and I look forward to having your vote serving the people of Mountain House.